Hi guys, here's another video. I've got this Challenge Xtreme workbench which I've been given a few years ago, and I've been using it. It's not very strong and I've left it outside and the weather's got to it. The top is made of MDF, which doesn't do well with the rain, and it's collapsed. As you can see there's some bolts holding it together on the underside, and it just opens and closes like this to clamp devices like a Black & Decker workbench would do. But as you can see, this one's it's collapsed, so I'm just going to replace this top because I do use this bench, as you can see in quite a few of my videos. So I'm just going to get a bit of timber, 24 inch by 16 I think it was, just for the top. Just going to make the top slightly bigger than original, and then this is just some half-inch plywood I had laying around, so I'll just cut it in half here. Just got the required size which I want here. That's going to be the base. Sorry, that's going to be the top. So what I'm going to do is just flip this upside down and remove these broken pieces of MDF. I'll just fast forward this section, and I will be fast forwarding certain sections also just to make the video shorter. Last screw is a bit tricky, so I had to kind of force it out. And there you see I've got the two separate. So it's just a matter of getting rid of these bits and pieces here. Okay, so it's just a matter of attaching the base to the plywood. I'm just going to using these 1/4 inch screws, and there's 8 of them. I'm just going to fix them to the base. I'll just fast forward this section also because there's quite a few screws. Okay, now that I've got the top screwed in, I'm just going to use these battens here just to strengthen this. As you can see me just marking out for these battens. I'm going to put them on the underside just to strengthen the top, like so. And here you can see me just drilling holes for the battens. I'll just flip the bench up, and what I'm going to do is going to glue the battens as well as screw them to the underside to strengthen it, strengthen the top. You see I've glued it there. So what I've got to do now is just use the markings what I've done previously on the underside, and I've already got the holes drilled. I'm just going to pre-drill this piece of wood. Try not to drill a hole through my finger at the same time, and it's just a matter of popping a screw in there and screwing the first one down, and that should hold it in place while I drill the rest of the holes. Okay, I've got all the battens in place and lined up. It's just a matter of putting all the screws in. I'll just fast forward this section also. Okay, you can see I've got most of the screws in there. So all I've got to do is now cut a line across this line what I've marked up here, so I can get the bench to open up to clamp as usual. And that's the line cut. I'll just show you here. Now you can see the bench can open and close and clamp devices or what's not. And then I'm just going to drill a couple of holes in the top as the existing head holes pre-drilled for sticking the screwdrivers in. Okay, here you can see me just taking the rough edges off, and then I'm going to give it a coat of varnish, or I'm going to stain it in some way. And here's the finished object, and as you can see it's all complete now. To show you the underside, I only use it to repairing stuff like this. So with that, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.